we are up for the Wargrave Challenge Cup. 42 entries, 24 compete. London Rowing Club A and Molesey B. London Rowing Club A in the yellow on the left, Molesey B on the right. So to get here, the London Rowing Club crew on Wednesday beat City of Oxford, and the Molesey crew had to beat Upper Thames Rowing Club B. Both had fast starts, and, well, it looks like London's A crew has got the fastest start here.
Yeah, London returning finalists from last year's Wargrave Challenge Cup, and I know that's a programme on the rise as well, run by Stu Heap and Killian O'Shea. Out on the Putney embankment, they've undergone a real resurgence in the last 2 or 3 years to now emerge as probably the chief contender and chief competitor to Thames Rowing Club, whose dominance in this trophy has been the stuff of legend over the last few years, and I know that London will at least want to match their result from last year, and doing a pretty good job here.
Yeah, lots of Henley experience in both crews here, just looking. I mean, also everybody has competed in 2 or 3 regattas, and at stroke of that London Rowing Club A crew, Kate Griffiths, 30 years of age, has raced 6 times at Henley, still holds a Fawley record, she tells us, in the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup when she was at Latimer School back in 2013. We've been talking about records and the prospects of records maybe tumbling depending on the conditions we get over the next couple of days, Tom.
Yeah, it seems like the wind has sort of switched up a little bit. We're now facing the prospect of crews rowing into the wind as opposed to with it, so it might slow down some of these boats. But Kate, I think probably your Diamond Jubilee record might well be safe for another year. We actually spent a bit of time with quite a lot of these athletes as part of a JRN documentary we were doing earlier in the season, and I can tell you just how interesting and compelling the London programme is for these women at the moment. It is a programme on the rise. It is something that people are attracted to because of its insurgency, because of their willing mentality to try and challenge the status quo that Thames Rowing Club have sort of dominated the club women's events over the last few years. And London, small strides, but it's going to be a giant leap to move on towards the weekend.
With London in a bit of a commanding position, Tom, you teased us there. Tell us a bit more. We talk a lot this week about programmes and culture and so on. What are the secrets that you could see? What are the things that London have put in place to be able to produce a crew like this?
Well, 7-seat Saskia Klinkenberg has come over from New Zealand, and I know that when you come over from New Zealand, from Avon Rowing Club, she had a litany of programmes she could have joined, and she chose to dock up at London Rowing Club and join their programme and try and accelerate their growth. So it's one of these things that I think people find that attractive, the underdog mentality, a club that's on the rise, a club that's trying to do things a bit differently and bring some more competition to the club rowing scene, which we've already seen over the course of this week here in the UK, is in rude health.
Super point you think you make there, but by combining people from different programmes in different places, you often find innovation, and innovation is what you need to turn into that perspiration and the pace of this crew. One thing that strikes me as I look at these crews and the experience they've got is just how many clubs are responsible for getting these women onto these seats. So I'm just looking down here, we've got people who've rowed for Princeton and London Rowing Club, obviously University of Birmingham, Shawnigan Lake, and you know, across both crews we've got a whole number of clubs that have produced this. Looking down now at this crew, really strong, powerful rowing from these young women from the London programme that you talked about, Tom. We should also mention the Molesey Boat Club B crew, because it looks like we won't see much more of them. They've got the twins in the bows, the Kennedy sisters, Leonie and Sasha at bow and 2. And in front of them, Alexandra Poole and Ava Kane at 3 and 4, Emma Graham and Kira Stirrat at 5 and 6, Pippa Birch at 7, Megan Hewison, 23 years old, at stroke, and Aisling Humphreys-Griffiths is coxing that crew as we look down on them. It's a pretty clear verdict, I think. Hard to overturn anything like this at this stage. It would be quite a sensation or a mishap that would do that. But this is the B crew from Molesey Boat Club up against the A crew from London Rowing Club. And when you look at that, that's a credible performance from Molesey. They've got a strong contingent across the programme here. But as you mentioned, Tom, something has been happening at London that means that the club is on the rise. And these young women are on the rise as they set their eyes on Saturday's semis.
Yeah, good exhibition rove here for London, just to get some pace in the legs, to get their sort of cadence right as they come down the course. They'll obviously have eased off in the second half to conserve a bit of energy approaching semi-finals day tomorrow. But a good test here for London, and Molesey will see more from their A crew as well as this weekend unfolds.
So 42 crews entered the Wargrave Challenge Cup for club women's 8s. 24 made their way to race in the 6-day regatta, and we're going through to the semi-finals. 4 crews Saturday, 2 crews Sunday. 1 crew gets to lift the trophy. Congratulations to Molesey, a really credible row there alongside the stronger London Rowing Club A crew, who go through to semi-final Saturday.